Another vote of a friendly donator.
Yeah.
It's Mongolia with Civ Mongols.
Yeah, pretty
So,
fitting, I feel.
playing on home terrain.
This is actually my choice of map. The guy who donated $30 said choose a map that you £30 said choose a map that I think would be quite fun to watch. So I chose Mongolia because I saw a really good game between Chris and Abu on this map the other day, and I think it should be quite an interesting map for Turbo Arabia because it's quite easily wallable as well in most situations. So we'll see what happens. Over to the left of the map today in red we have Ra playing as the Mongols, and over to the right in the blue playing as the Mongols also is Spring.
Yeah, I feel like we might see another long game with Mango Dice and Hushars again.
Potentially. Obviously Mongolia and Mongols, such a fitting combination. But yeah, I really enjoyed this map actually. We could see some early aggression actually as well because it's very tempting to wall up, but if you don't actually scout and you don't if you turtle too much, then your opponent could get quite aggressive in the castle age with you, and if you don't make a lot of military at that point, then you can get taken down pretty quickly. The game I saw that really interested me a while back was Abu was walling up, and he walled up like entirely, built 3 or 4 TCs, and Chris came along with loads of monks, mangonels, and rams, and just absolutely stormed his base. So we'll see what happens here. I'm certainly looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it's okay to wall, but sometimes you have to invest a lot. And yeah, you don't want to fall back too much eco-wise. By the way, Ra missing 2 sheep on the back.
Yes, he is indeed. Hopefully you'll scout them. Obviously, he's not had the best starts in some of these games. But score currently 1-0 to Spring, and this is a best of 7, so I think this is probably going to be the closest set of games that we have so far in the tournament, because both of these guys, really great players actually, good, well above 2k mark, well, around the 2k mark, and I think this is probably the closest matchup we've had so far in the tournament, so we should see quite a few games in this set.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe Bakio and Viper even closer, like both top 5 players of the world at the moment. Yeah, but we should see more than 4 games, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, Spring making a little bit of wall off already, and his gold is in the front here, but he's able to wall off with the barracks and palisade and house and stuff, so he will do that. And, well, I don't know if they've really gone for a fast castle build at all, to be honest with you. They're actually going with feudal pressure. Ra starting to make some scouts already, and we saw how effective that was for him in the last game. And Spring is, well, he's not making much military. He's not got a second military building down, but he has made a spearman, so, looking probably to defend with spears here and try and wall up where he can. Well, they're saying that there's a stable going down, so perhaps looking to defend or counter with scouts himself.
I feel like Spring wants to go castle.
I'm feeling that as well, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
and Spring had the huge back. I feel like if you look at his vision, you think that the wood of his cells is connected, but it isn't.
Oh, here. Yeah, it is open, and that's quite a big deal, actually.
Okay, more scouts for Spring incoming now.
Okay.
So,
But I kind of got the impression that he wanted to castle straight away anyway.
yeah, but he didn't go on gold.
No,
Yeah.
but they also both went up on 13 population, so that's really not like a fast castle kind of population to go up on there. But we'll see what Ra manages to do here. As you said, this is open, and Spring will see it. Surely he'll see it. Oh man, it's gonna
But
miss
he
it.
will see it too late, and he will lose like 2 villagers, I feel.
Possibly, yeah. So he sees it
Now
now.
he sees it.
But
And
that village is toast.
and
What
even,
perfect
even
timing for
the,
Ra.
and even the low HP villager it was.
That perfect timing for Ra. Gonna get over there. Actually, saying that, this scout is this villager's just going down. There we go. A couple of low HP villagers in there as well, and Ra off to a great start. 2 villagers down already. At the cost of 1 scout, certainly worth it, and even more so in Turbo Random as well. You can snipe that scout as well if you wanted to, but the spearman from Spring there looking a little bit too menacing for Ra's scouts.
Yeah, that's true. But Ra gets a full scout now and sees everything in Spring's base, and Spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah,
Well,
it was.
Spring doesn't have bloodlines and Ra does, so you know a bit of extra HP on those scouts as well, a little bit of
Yeah,
extra
but
longevity.
not too important, I feel.
No, not with like 3 or 4, but I think that certainly helped him to get those villager picks and keep his scouts alive. Um, but we're going to see Castle Age coming in very shortly. Both of them almost identical amount of resources at the moment in terms of food. Ra a little bit more gold, but he's also built 2 blacksmiths.
Yeah, and I feel like yes, too much on gold. Spring, that is.
Spring, 7 villagers there.
Yeah, it's way too much. 2 or 3 would be enough.
Well, we've
Yeah,
got Ra
depending
with,
on what he
4.
wants to do. Maybe he wants to go for like 3 archeries now,
Maybe.
but I don't see that coming. No, he's going for a second stable, which
Yeah.
isn't the best choice, I feel.
Ra going second stable indeed.
I feel if you're walled, send your scout out, scout your enemy, and if he's going for knights, do 1 extra TC and a defense monk or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. Third stable for Ra though, so you know, Spring kind of putting himself in a bad spot here by playing very defensively.
Now he knows that his enemy is going for knights. There's a +1 defense and bloodlines.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it does make a lot of sense.
3 stables in
Yeah,
Mongol
he's getting
wars.
aggressive. You know,
Wow,
the interesting thing, Ra built 2 markets in the last game as well. He's built 2 blacksmiths here, and he's not using them, so it's quite funny.
Yeah, I feel like this looking not too great for Ra.
Do you think?
Feel
He's
like
making camels, and well,
Yeah, I feel
Spring-
like Spring should defend quite easily. Oh no, Ra's adding another extra TC on his own, so yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, he's not going like some mega aggression, but 3 stables is quite a lot of early aggression anyway. But camels, I think, a good choice for him. He's got the bloodlines upgrade. He's got +1 defense, so you know he's going to be able to do a lot of damage to Spring's knights here. And well, if he keeps Spring locked in his base, that's kind of where he wants him. I feel.
Yeah, I think Spring should add Monastery.
Yeah, that would be a great choice actually.
Now he's losing stable on the top.
Yeah, that could be nasty if he loses that.
Now he's
actually.
adding the Monastery. And sending 1 villager to... Whoa, he has a gap between the barracks and the wood.
Oh man.
But he should wall it off. In
That is
time, I
very
feel
unlucky.
like...
He's gonna do it. Yes, that was close. Good quick wall there. Meanwhile, Spring's sending a counter over to Ra. Now, Ra's going to try and clean this up with his camels, but he may lose a couple of villagers first. Very, very nearly. I think.
It's like 1 villager went
I think
down.
1 villager died there. If maybe not even that actually. And well, Spring's going to lose a lot there. Losing all of those knights for not very much at all. But you're right, Spring should be able to defend this fairly easily with just a monk and, well, a few monks.
And Ra realizing the situation and adding another TC on his own.
Yeah, over at the back here. Spring then, I assume, going to have a larger villager population. He does have 6 extra villagers at the moment, and Ra currently has an extra 15 military units over Spring. Looking to try and get in here, but you know, it's going to be a long while before he manages to do it, if at all. Spring can just very easily wall this up, and it's very easy to wall against melee units because they can't attack you over the buildings.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, just 1 monk enough to completely be safe against
now,
Ra. Yeah. Ra shouldn't build any units, I feel.
Is he
Adding
still
2
making-
more TCs.
Wow. Okay. So he's like trying to catch up in his macro here, I feel.
And going for a castle pretty soon on his own.
I think Ra definitely feels like, oh, I probably overextended a bit, but he's worked his way in somehow. Getting
Yeah.
through that palisade there without Spring noticing. Going to be able to take down a couple of villagers for sure. Those knights will get cleaned up pretty quickly, but again, you know, just losses that Spring doesn't really want to take at the moment.
And not the unnecessary losses as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that
So you're
should
getting
not have happened.
frustrated at the same moment.
Yeah, another villager going down, and well, Ra's making good use of these guys. Really good use of them. And Spring's got to be very careful because he's almost cutting himself out of here. He on the right side by the houses. He's nearly
he
cut
did.
himself out.
No, he didn't. No,
No,
it's
he's-
100. What
Yeah,
go? But
he's
100
about
wood to go is pretty short.
Exactly. If he doesn't
For random
notice,
times.
Ra's just going to walk straight out. He's noticed it. He has noticed it. But, you know, really risky, really risky. And I'm going to see who goes Imperial first. It will be Spring. So
Yeah,
I
pretty
think...
sure, but with way lower eco.
Yeah, you're right, actually. He just fell behind in villager count, but that's because Ra just really quickly seeded a load of farms, really got his eco going very, very quickly after he realized that Spring was just kind of building up inside of his base. So Spring then, going Imperial now, obviously Ra won't be too far behind, but there's quite a big time gap at the moment, and I think Spring here just gonna really want to bust out of his base in the Imperial Age and just turn it around very quickly.
Yeah, I feel like he won't make a lot of use of his Imperial Age. He has 2 less worlds, not enough mango dice, no upgrades, no big eco. He will try to put a bit of pressure on, get a second stone spot, maybe secure 2 relics or something. But it's not like he can put a lot of pressure on Ra's eco or something.
No, you're right.
Ra has so much map control at the moment.
Well, he does, and you know, Spring didn't really make a lot of units in the Castle Age there, so the Imperial Age upgrade really not going to affect that many units. You know, he's not going to be able to upgrade, for instance, I don't know, Cavalier or Heavy Camel or whatever. He's not going to be able to do that because, well, he doesn't have the units to upgrade. Obviously, I just used those as an example, but he's going to have to try and get many units out here quickly, but doing that as well as getting the upgrades is very costly. And as you said, he doesn't have a huge eco, especially compared to Ra, so I think Ra in a much better position at the moment.
Yeah, and Spring getting his second castle up, Ra's looking for his castles. I feel like he has 2 castles on his own now, and it's pretty tough to control your mango dice on Mongolia because there will be a lot of hill camping on this map,
definitely.
which isn't the case on Arena as we saw.
Yeah.
So it was way more open and way more fighting than we will see here, and it's quite a tactical map, I feel.
Definitely. Heavy Camel coming in now for Ra, just about to complete, so definitely going to make most of his upgrades here.
Not a great choice, I feel.
I didn't think it's a good choice either. I think
he had a lot, okay, it's okay.
he had a few camels, but I mean he probably had the equal number of knights, so I don't know. I don't know why he would bother upgrading Heavy Camel though, even so, because I mean he knows that Spring doesn't have a huge number of knights or camels. He's not going to be making a huge number of knights or camels.
Camels are pretty effective against mango dice.
If you can get them in there, then yeah. But I mean that's the challenge, isn't it? If you've got a wall of Mangadai, you might end up being dead, especially if they're sitting behind a castle. You might end up dead before your camels can even get close. But good work by Spring on the front here, denying this castle for now. And of course, castle is just so crucial for the Mangadai here. But Ra doing the Elite Mangadai upgrade already. Well, saying that, Spring even faster. He's got it already now. And well, as long as he can deny this castle, that's good for him.
Yeah, he won't be able to deny it forever.
Well,
and 2 offensive siege workshops, I feel that's a bit over-eager. No.
Possibly. I think he feels like, oh, I've got a little bit of a push here. This could be good.
Yeah, he doesn't.
But the castle will go up, yeah, and he's getting pushed back very quickly. So
and losing a lot now.
He needs to hold this little hill right there, and that will push Ra back. But you know, Ra didn't lose a whole lot there. He lost some Castle Age units that he had already.
Some gold mining time, yeah.
You know, it wasn't a huge deal for Ra, I feel. You know, if anything...
Look at the population difference.
Wow. What?
What happened there?
How?
Didn't Ra produce all the time? Out of his 5 TCs? Look at his eco. What happened?
His eco looks massive, but like no raiding came in. Is he? What's he really behind on here? Let's see. Yeah, Spring has 70 military units, and Ra only has 35. Honestly, I don't know how that just happened, but Spring clearly just stepping his foot on the gas with these castles, and
I feel like Ra didn't produce enough villagers.
Perhaps not. Let's have a look at the villager count. Ra has 94, Spring has 82.
Yeah, but obviously way too late. That's weird. Okay.
It is weird. But Ra now Well, it's odd. He should have the resources at the moment to just, produce 5 Mangadai at a time. But at the moment, he's quite idle in these castles. He's not got a huge amount of military production, and that is very sudden and confusing.
And now he's fighting against the hill.
Yeah, that's true. But this is
Ram's not doing too much.
No, they do get taken down very quickly by the Mangadai. But they're soaking some arrow fire up, and that's allowing Spring to push a little advantage there. So it turns out that those forward siege workshops did pay off in the end, I guess. Kind of risky here for Spring to stay in under this castle for too long, but he will get the TC down by the looks of it. Very, very nearly. It looks like that Ram, yeah, that's going to go down, not a problem. But the castles here for Ra should help him out quite a lot. And, Spring hasn't done too much eco damage, but with cavalry, light cavalry coming in now, we'll start to really do a lot more damage very soon.
Yeah, that's true, and some gold is blocked as well, and now Ra's patrolling against part of the hill.
Yeah,
but Spring
that's not good. I think he's got the numbers
fighting.
though. He's got the numbers.
Spring not fighting too well. And
that was a really good engagement for Ra actually. They're both on 120-ish population now. Ra just turning it around very quickly, and he has got the upgrade advantage.
Away. Wow, and now retreating through the fire. Wow, whoa,
bad,
that was ugly.
Bad. Ra's got the upgrade advantage now, and I think that's what he did. I think he sunk all of his resources into upgrades, and that's why he was slow to get those units out. And remember, he was slower to go Imperial as well. And now he's in a great position. He's got a hussar in the back of his face.
Shouldn't split his units too much, because if you lose like 6 or 7 Elite Mangadai just because you didn't want to have them stacked up.
Yeah, of course, yeah. That's not so good. But he's catching Spring out here. Spring's got a lot of units sort of separated from the main army, getting cut down very quickly, losing a villager on a castle on the front. And Ra has excellent map control.
Did he build a castle there? No.
There's a few relics dotted around that haven't been collected up yet. Certainly worth considering that. The extra golds, though, one is out of sight for Ra. The other one on the right-hand side he does see. And probably going to consider
Ra's
getting
at 150 against 130 of Spring.
Nice, he denied that castle on the front as well. Villagers getting taken down. But Spring coming in at the back here with some hussars, looking to do some raiding damage. But man, Ra has so many Mangadai here. A lot more, I feel, than Spring does at this moment.
Yeah, and it's 3 against 5 castles.
Yeah, which is another big deal.
Yeah, but 2 in the building. Yeah. But still not the greatest fight now. And Ra sending 3 more traps.
Ra's looking for this little hill here. That's helping him out a lot. And yeah, these traps are going to get in here.
Yeah, but they can get sniped, I feel like.
Yeah, they could do. I mean, right on the corner with the Mangadai. I think Spring should probably delete this castle and rebuild it further back. I don't know what you think about that. I think you probably should consider it. But I actually think Spring's map is actually reasonable for defending. He's got these ledges which he can just sort of defend up of, which is, I think, really nice for him. We have got a little pause right now, but it's important to remember this set of games is for $111, which is actually quite a lot of money considering it's just AOC at the moment.
Yeah, and it's considering it's only like 5 hours of work. It's not like a tournament of like 6 weeks going on with scheduling. It's just like stand up and play some games.
Which they would be doing anyway.
Yeah.
So this is looking good for Ra here. He's got the light cavalry coming in. And there
I like the rating of Spring, by the way.
Yeah, excellent rating at the back.
And now losing his traps, well, lack of hussars is really costing Ra.
It is, a lot. Not good at all for him.
Okay.
I don't know who he woke up
before was, probably his girlfriend.
Probably, yeah.
They're like GMT -7, so it's 8:46 at their time.
Wow, that is early.
Yeah, and yeah, now Spring's castle getting up and instantly getting shut down again.
Yeah, so that's going to be nasty for him. But the thing is, he's lost 1 castle on the hill already, and Ra now just going to be able to keep that Mangadai production going. That's what he's really focusing on, just Mangadais all day. And I feel like Spring is very close to a GG here. As this other castle falls down on the front, he wasn't able to take down all of these trebuchets. And, well, there's the castle gone. There's only 3 castles remaining for Spring. And, well, Ra's just got the mass that he needs at the moment. He's a good 60 population ahead. And that's what he needs at the moment.
And Mango Dice, which can't be killed with only trash in it now.
But that's the thing, even I feel like even elite skirmishers just really don't even dent the Mangadai. They're just so strong.
Yeah, they're kind of countering them, but if you add like 5 Hussars, or in this case light cav, just
exactly, yeah. But I like the fact that Spring is trying to raid very well.
Yeah, but Ra got this idea on his own now and just raiding the bottom.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get that gold, no problem at all.
Yeah, just through the game, and Spring just, yeah, a bit over eager in the middle of the fight there. And yeah, it was a moment to put the pressure on, but yeah, traps is a way better choice than Rams in Mongol War.
Spring asking at the end, where did you get all of that gold? And I think part of the answer to that is that Ra had better map control. He did take extra golds around the map, but also he didn't do the Hussar upgrade, and instead of doing Hussar, he just focused on doing Elite Mangadai, which seemed to pay off a little bit more, although it is a little bit riskier for the late game.
Yeah.
But it's definitely paid off for Ra now, and we're going to see a GG from Spring very shortly as Ra tries to take the extra
70
golds.
against 170.
Yeah, 100 population difference, and pretty mad game actually. I felt that Ra had the advantage the entire time from the moment that Spring walled himself into his base and tried to turtle.
Yeah, that's true.
But, you know, he did do quite a good push out in the Imperial Age, and at one point, you know, he had an extra 50-odd military, which was just insane. Like, where did that come from? Just out of nowhere, he had such a huge army. But Ra held him off even, and it was just long enough for him to get his own army up and end up pushing him right back.
Yeah, I felt like Spring's defense wasn't the greatest in the Castle Age. He should have just focused on 2 monks and getting his castle up earlier and getting his eco going. Instead, he opted to go for some defense knights and camels, which is too
a little bit costly, and you know, didn't really carry over into the Imperial Age either. Spring now really just trying to pump out the trash. He's really looking to get as many Hussars out as he can, but at the moment he pretty much has no army.
Yeah, you know that your enemy is maxed out and you're looking at pop 55. And GG gets
GG
called.
Spring. Well played indeed. I liked that game a lot. It was a little bit unpredictable. You know, Spring could have done a huge amount of damage in the early Imperial Age there if he'd have pushed out very quickly. But Ra held him off. Very well played indeed, and I think it just shows, you know, having that map control really made a huge difference overall, and Ra just ultimately having a bigger eco, allowing him to get really far ahead, and very well played.
2k gold more in this game.
2k extra gold. Surprising they didn't take any relics, but yeah, well played indeed.
One relic was on the side of Spring, which he took.
Okay, that's cool. But yeah, that makes it 1-1. And this is a best of 7, so still plenty of games to come. We're going to go to game number